Professor Anastasios, Professor Joe Chirian, Dean of Asia School of Business, distinguished faculty members, program office, sponsors, employers, colleagues, families and friends, to my fellow graduates of MBA 2026 and MCB 2026, and especially to the people who made these past 2 years unforgettable, my EMBA Class of 2020. Well, standing here today is actually a little dangerous because our class president, Hao, gave me one very clear instruction: stick to the script. And if you know Hao, you do not ignore his instructions, because this is the same man who somehow managed to submit an assignment before the assignment is even given. So today I will do my very best to make sure we are on track on time. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was preparing for today, after everything that we've been through together, I actually asked, what have we actually learned? Yes, we learned finance, strategy, leadership, operations, although if I'm being honest, some of us are still trying to figure those things out. But I think ASB taught us something else. Something that was not written in any syllabus. Something that was no exam for. And it may be the most important lesson of all. Early in our journey, Professor Sabri gave us a simple exercise. He handed each of us a post-it notes and asked one question. What are you afraid of? So we had just met. Most of us barely knew the person that was sitting next to us. Yet there we were, writing down our biggest fears. But then when those notes went up on the wall, something changed. We stopped seeing job titles. We stopped seeing reputation, achievements, but we see people. We see people who were worried whether they were good enough. We see people who were afraid of failing. People trying to balance careers, families, and dreams, different backgrounds, different stories, but somehow all the same fears. Looking back, I didn't think Professor Sabri was only asking us what we feared. I think he was asking whether were we willing to let other people see who we really were. And for that moment, we stopped pretending that we had everything figured out. And perhaps that was where this journey really began. Then came the practicum. For those unfamiliar with practicum, imagine The Apprentice. As said hearing, you're fired, you hear your presentation starts in 5 minutes. So we work with real companies, real business problems, and very real deadlines. Everything about the practicum suggested that we should compete, protect our ideas, keep our best thinking to ourselves. But that was not what happened. We shared ideas, frameworks, context, experience. When one team was stuck, someone helped. We still wanted to win, of course we did. But we wanted to win at our best, against others at their best, not because someone else stumbled. Looking back, that was more than teamwork. That was leadership. Doing well yourself is admirable, but helping others to do well beside you is something truly special. Then came Boston at MIT. If there was one night that captured who this class really is, it was Hari Raya in Boston. And one day, Hao casually told me, Izzat, you're hosting Raya. So simple, right? I said that we had no venue. So I invited everyone into my small hotel room for a potluck. More than 30 of us squeezed inside, bringing food, spouses, children, and enough laughter to make the room feel twice its size. People sat on chairs, on the floor, on the bed, perhaps on each other as well. But if anyone from the hotel had walked in, they probably would say we were breaking every fire safety rule imaginable. But nobody cared how small the room was, right? Because that night was never about the room. It is not the place that defines the people, it is the people that defines the place. And because of the people, in that room, a tiny hotel room in Boston became one of my favorite Raya celebrations ever. Thank you so much, family. And when I look back at all those experiences, I began to notice a pattern. Each experience taught us something different, yes, but somehow they were all pointing towards the same lesson. At that time, I just did not know what the lesson was. Perhaps none of us did. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, this journey was not made only of beautiful moments. There were deadlines, endless pre-reads, assignments, work commitments, family responsibilities, and life did not pause simply because we were doing an EMBA. Some changed jobs, some started businesses, some welcomed new babies. People obviously mistaken stress as an indicator of productivity. Stress produces more babies. And some carried struggles that very few people know about. There were days when many of us wondered, can I really keep doing this? I know I did. There was a period when from the outside everything looked normal, I looked cool, but I came to class, I smiled, but inside I was struggling. What helped me was not another framework, it was people, a message, a conversation, someone asking, how are you? And actually meaning it. Sometimes the most important thing we can do for someone may look very small, but to that person, it can mean everything. Somewhere along the journey, we became people who looked out for one another. We saw it in the small moments, in the patience we had with Long, who may still be in the wrong auditorium because he did not check his email. Luckily, you're here, Long. In the way we cheered for Ain's new role as if her success belonged to all of us. We'll send you our CV soon. In the way we celebrated Rosari's and Kadir's 4.0 as if their achievements is ours as well. And in Sumesh, who managed work, assignments, and life as if she had discovered an extra hour in every day. And these are only a few examples. I could tell a whole story about every person in the cohort. And then there was Bron, or Nasrul. Sorry, Nasrul. Yeah? If Bron rose you, congratulations, you are officially family. He made us laugh when we needed it the most, and somehow every joke brought us closer. And when I look around at this hall, I do not only see classmates. I see people who celebrated one another, people who picked one another up, people who helped even when they were carrying struggles of their own. We may be the one wearing the graduation gowns today, but these achievements belongs to many more people than those sitting here on the chairs and on this stage as well. To our professors and the program office, thank you. Thank you for challenging us, guiding us, and making the impossible look effortless. We know it wasn't. Professor Joe, thank you for teaching us portfolio management while managing an entire business school at the same time. That was actually a portfolio management lesson itself. To our sponsors, thank you so much for investing in us, not only in our education, but in the leaders we could become. To our employers and colleagues, thank you for your trust. Thank you for giving us the time to attend classes, complete projects, and disappear for practicums. Thank you for caring more when we were away, and thank you for still welcoming us back on Monday morning. This achievement belongs to you too. So to our families, whether you are here or you're watching live at home, thank you so much. It is from our families that we actually drew strength, inspiration, and motivation to keep going when things are difficult. To my wife, Shaza, thank you for believing in me, especially when I struggled to believe in myself. To my mom as well, who is in the hall, in red, can't stop recording there, Mom. To my son, Hamza, Daddy is done. At least for now, I hope one day you will understand that the weekends I missed were also meant to show you something, that learning never stops. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was 15, my father asked me a question that has stayed with me for more than 20 years. You can guess my age by then. He asked, if you died today, what would people write about you tomorrow? At 15, I had no answer. Today, I am still not sure if there's a perfect one, but I know what I hope. I hope they remember that I love my family well, that I helped make someone's journey a little easier, that because I was there, someone felt seen, someone felt supported, someone felt stronger. And perhaps this is what ASB has been teaching us all along. Not through one class, not through one professor, not through one assignment, but through people. Through every experience, through every challenge, and through every friendship. It is good to rise, but it is even greater to help others to rise with us. Perhaps that is what real strength looks like. Strength is not about standing above others. Strength is not carrying everything alone, but strength is about becoming better without forgetting the people beside us. It is using what we have learned to help others move forward too. Every person in this hall is here because somebody believed in them. A parent, a spouse, a friend, a lecturer, a colleague, a classmate. Someone reminded us that we were capable when we had forgotten it ourselves. Now it is our turn. Let us make someone else's journey a little easier. Open a door, share what we know, encourage someone who is struggling, celebrate another person's success, help someone believe in themselves again. Pay it forward. Years from now, we may not remember every financial model, regression analysis, or late night presentation, but we will remember the people. We will remember how they make us feel. We will remember who sat beside us when life becomes difficult. We will remember who believed in us before we believed in ourselves. And long after today's certificates have yellowed with age, I hope people will not remember us only because we earned an EMBA. I hope they remember us because wherever we went, someone else's life became better because we were there. That is strength, and that is how we pay it forward. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Izzat, for that inspiring and very heartwarming message.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now to present another message on behalf of